Hey, what's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to explain to you first a situation that I've been having with the township that I live in the state of New Jersey, going back for 6 years. And then I'm going to show you some footage of the shit that just happened this morning. All right, so I'll try to keep the story as short as possible. It's a very long and detailed bullshit circumstance. But basically what happened was 7 years ago, I purchased a home for myself and my family. When I bought that home, I did some renovations on it, one of which was I wanted to put a fence around the entire rear perimeter so my kids and pets can be safe and play and not have any concern about that. So part of the process was I was required to provide a survey to the township, a bunch of other documentation. They wanted to speak to the manufacturer, all these things. I attended multiple meetings with my general contractor in the building department where they actually mapped out themselves where I was to put this perimeter fence. They understood beforehand. I told them that this is a non-refundable purchase. All right, so please make sure that we get it right. They even insisted on talking to the manufacturer of the fence. I don't know why. It was being manufactured on the West Coast in the state of Washington and it had to be shipped over here. So I went through all the motions with them. They gave me the approval. They stamped it, sealed it, signed it, and we began construction. I was about 70% complete with the entire construction of the fence when one of the neighbors decided to call the town and complain about it and tell them that I shouldn't have the fence where I did. Because of that call, the township then notified me that we made a mistake. You got to stop construction of the fence. All right? And I'm shocked now. I'm like, what do you mean you made a mistake? They're like, yeah, you can't have the fence where you put it up, where it's issued and shown on the permit. I'm like, well, I'm already more than halfway done with the work. I already spent all this money. I already paid the laborers up front. I paid for the material up front. It's non-refundable. You knew that. So where the fuck does that leave me? I told him, I don't believe you have the right to stop me of completing this because I have a contract here. The permit in itself is a stamped and sealed contract giving me permission. So as a courtesy to the township, I told him, I'm going to give you 24 hours to talk to the township attorney and confirm that what I'm saying is true. You can't tell me to stop. I'm almost done already. So I stopped for 24 hours. They called me the following morning and said, you know what? You're right. We talked to the township attorney and we can't stop you. We want you to stop, but we can't stop you from doing it. So I completed the work entirely, right? They did give me a stop work order, right? They came to my house and they gave me a little red sticker indicating that I had to stop the work, and I ripped it up and I threw it at them. And I told them, get the fuck off my property. This is bullshit. I didn't do anything wrong. You guys fucked up. After that call, when they reviewed it with the township attorney, they called me back the following day and said, you have to take the fence down. It doesn't matter what was said before. It doesn't matter what mistake was made. You have to take the fence down. And I refused. So first I refused the stop work order. Then I refused to take it down. At that point, it got involved with the courts, and they were fining me $2,000 a day. $2,000 a day for every day that I refused to remove that fence. So the fence is already up. It's done. It's not harming anyone. I'm going to show you, before I play the footage of what happened this morning, I'm going to show you pictures of the property so you can get an idea of the scope of it and how large the fence is and where it actually sits and what the whole dispute is about. The whole thing, basically, the mistake came down to, on these very large surveys that I provided for the township, each person in the building department who was in attendance of these meetings had their own copy. It says there, existing retaining wall. Okay, it's written very clearly there. They said, when we ended up in court, that we didn't see that it said that. We didn't see these words written on it, which is a fucking lie. In front of a judge in Newark, I asked the judge to look at it, and it took him 90 seconds to see that phrase, existing retaining wall. Right? They're saying because of that, I have to move like 200 feet of my fence 8 feet inward towards my house. And then I have to plant trees 4 to 6 feet high on the other side of the fence for my neighbor. So to relocate this and to bring it into compliance would have cost me probably $20,000 to $30,000. Okay, the fence itself cost me $50,000. So this is a lot of money we're talking about. I fought this case. I went to court many times on this. The legal fees alone cost me $30,000. I was trying to do the right thing here. But basically, for the last 6 years, they've been telling me to take it down, and I refused. I didn't take it down. Things then changed for me where I had put so much money out into this thing, and on a personal level, I didn't have the extra money. I didn't have $30,000 extra. I couldn't afford the 30 grand to move this fucking fence, and I'm in the right anyway. So from a principled standpoint, I'm telling them, I'm not fucking moving it. Fuck you, I'm not moving it. So years passed, things went on. Again, there's never any harm. I'm not harming anybody. There's no victim here. I haven't committed a crime. A judge ended up giving them a court order that they're allowed to come onto my property and remove the fence themselves, since I was not doing it on my own. All right? This morning is when they actually did that. It's been 2 years since they had this court order, right? They could have done this at any time in the springtime, in the summertime, so they wouldn't have to destroy the material. Each one of these individual posts, every 6 feet of fence has a post that's cemented in concrete into the ground, okay? Each post costs $400. And they were supposed to remove them properly. Then we could have later, when I had the means to, put the fence where it should be and reuse the posts. We could have broken off the concrete and reused them. Instead, they showed up when the ground was frozen today, and they sawed it and destroyed the material. So in the clip you're going to see, the footage from this morning, I was very pissed. I was very upset. The building department guy, the head of the whole thing, who caused this whole thing, was there. And he's a fucking liar. In court, he lied multiple times about what happened, this whole scenario. He said he never even had that conversation with me on the phone about the township attorney, where they reviewed it and said I could continue. He's saying that basically they have no liability. They admitted in court that they made a mistake, and yet I'm to pay for it. I have to pay. So I refused. Bottom line, I refused to do it. I did the right thing. I fought it in court, and some asshole judge in Newark ultimately ruled in favor of the township, saying it doesn't matter who made the mistake, it doesn't matter what happened, but you have to pay for all of this, and you have to move it. So you could understand how upset I am about this whole thing. The main thing is this thing has been there for 6 years. It has not harmed anybody, and the way they came at me this morning with cops pissed me off. I didn't commit any crime. I haven't done anything wrong. I have the permit exactly as it was issued to me, showing the fence exactly where I laid it out, and I got fucked over. Bottom line. And now they threaten me with force. The township attorney sent an email to my lawyer a couple days ago saying they're coming there today and that they're bringing police because they're afraid. So out of concern for their own safety, they're bringing police, and they even fucking suggested that I have to pay for the police presence there. I have to fucking pay for these cops to be there because these fucking people from the township are afraid. It's a whole fucking thing of bullshit, guys. This whole case has caused me so much stress, aggravation, and money, and it all came down to this today, where they actually ripped my shit up, came to my house with force, threatened to arrest me, and destroyed my property. So I'll show you guys first the picture of the house, so you see it's the entire rear fence portion, all right? And then I'll show you guys the footage of what happened. Let me know your comments. Tell me if I'm wrong here, guys. I've committed fucking crimes before. I've done wrong before. And whenever I did, I was always willing to accept whatever penalty came. In this case, they got it wrong. They fucked up. I went through the motions in the court, threw away my money for no fucking reason at all, and still got fucked. So I don't know how to handle it. It drives me crazy that I have to be in this situation like this, dealing with fucking bullshit like this, and bullshit municipal fucking codes and stupid ass building departments. So take a look at the footage yourselves. Let me know what you think. Thanks. You guys are destroying the property, the material. They're supposed to remove it properly, as I was told by the township.
Well,
so it can be reused.
They gave you 2 years to do it the right way. It's frozen, the cement, you can't take it out. This is the only way you can do it.
Why did they schedule it during when the winter was frozen then?
Whatever the court told them to do it.
You guys know I'm getting fucked over in this. You know I have a legal permit for this, exactly as the township laid it out.
We've already been down that road
Listen,
in court.
We've been you're a fucking liar.
Look,
No,
I'm
not a liar.
Look,
you lied.
I'm going to tell you, go in the house.
I want to talk to you,
Look,
not
I'm going to tell you
him.
nicely,
I
go
just
in the
want to
house.
talk to you, not him. Can I talk to you,
Let's
not
go
him?
this way so we don't get involved.
I just don't want to talk to him. But listen, I was instructed that they were going to schedule it at a time when they were going to remove it properly. These posts cost $400 each. Now they're garbage.
I'm just
I didn't have the means to bring it into compliance. That's not my fault. I have a legal permit for this.
It's an order through the judge, so.
But I have as a man.
I know,
forget about that. I have a legal permit. I did everything I was instructed to do.
Right, but
I spent every dollar
But
as
didn't the order
asked.
say to stop doing this until you moved it
It was
back?
70% complete already. When they told me that, it was 70% complete already when they told me that.
I'm just telling you, it's whatever the judge's order. We can't go against the judge's order.
But you know I'm getting fucked.
I can't say either way.
You know I'm getting fucked. I have a permit for this. That guy right there drew the permit out himself, and he went under oath in court and he lied. You fucking lied. You know you fucking lied. And I can't even talk to the guy on my property. I can't go talk to this guy. Why can't I talk to the
better
guy?
off just
Why can't I talk to the
because you don't
guy?
want to get arrested to interfere. You're better off
Arrested for what? What have I done?
Just don't even get involved. Just let them do
Arrested
it.
for what? What have I done?
If you get involved with it, it's going to be an arrest. You just
What
don't-
crime? Listen, what crime have I committed here in the first place?
Nothing yet. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to commit anything. So
I'm not
stay
trying to
relaxed.
commit a crime. I'm not trying. The crime is being committed against me. I'm the one getting fucked over.
Then you got to go to court and take it into court again.
I tried the legal way, and I did everything possible, and it cost me $30,000 that I can't afford to lose because it is fucker.
Don't curse. You're better off don't get involved. Just let it get done and then go back to court and fight with it.
I can't go back to court and fight with it. There's nothing left. I took all the legal recourse, and these guys are all friends with each other, and they decided to lie in court. I have a legal permit outlining exactly where that fence was. By him. He drew it. But he put it on there.
But wasn't the permit where you rescind it when it was found out it wasn't
When
right?
it was 70% done. And I told them before I even got the permit, this material's non-refundable. They insisted on speaking to the manufacturer themselves. They confirmed it cost $50,000. Had they given me the proper information in the beginning, I never would have done it. So why am I the loser here? Why am I the victim? Why am I the one paying everything here?
Man,
They admitted in court they made a mistake. They admitted it. And there's no liability for anybody. If I fuck up in my life, who pays for it? You?
Not me. I hope not.
You won't. Because that's fucking nonsense.
Just relax. Calm. You don't want to get yourself all worked
This is my family's property.
I know. Don't get all worked up. Just it's. I hate to say because it's not me, but it's something that you can fix later. It's not worth getting all pissed off and worked up over.
Listen, the point of this is principle.
I know.
I did everything right. I did everything right.
I'm just saying it's easier for you to just let it go and worry about it and fix it again later. I mean, you got a great house here. I've been here 100 times when the other people had it. I mean, it's not worth getting all in trouble and worked up over. You don't need any more issues.
I want them to stack these things on the side. Every one of these fucking panels on the side. Don't leave this shit in my yard. I have landscapers that have to come mow this. Please just let them put it on the side at least. Show me that much respect. Let them pack everything on the side. You could have scheduled this when it was warmer.
Come on.
You could have scheduled it when it was warmer like we talked about.
We're gonna have them move it over to the side.
Why would they do it when it was frozen if they're gonna destroy the material now? The material's non-reusable now. I want to bring it in compliance. Can I talk to the gentleman? I'm not gonna hurt this guy.
As long as you don't scream and yell and talk normal.
Listen,
It's done. It's already been to court.
you're standing on my property. I can't talk to you? Then get the fuck off my property.
It's done.
But you're standing on my property. I can't talk to you? This is another new law you're creating?
It's done.
I'm not entitled to speak to someone
We've been
who...
in court. We did this already.
Okay, I'm not entitled to speak to you. If you're on my property, then why don't you exit? You're not doing any work. Get the fuck out of here. You're not doing anything.
What's your name? He's allowed here by the court order.
What is your name?
What difference does it make? You have it all the paperwork. I'm the homeowner.
Because I'm trying to talk to you like a gentleman.
This guy doesn't have no business here.
Okay.
He won't even talk to me. I'm trying to talk to him.
He's in charge of the job.
I need to know what compliance is so I don't have this issue again. I need to ask him questions so I can ensure that I don't go through this shit again.
So you do yourself, write him an email. This way you have it in writing. Send an email. What do I need to have it in compliance?
I don't need it in writing. I have it on film. I'm filming it right now.
Okay. I'm trying to help you out.
I had everything on film. I did everything right. Everything right I've done. I didn't do one thing wrong. Not one. Everything that was asked of me, I did. And you know what his argument was in court? This guy's a professional in this business for how many years now? His argument in court was the giant-sized surveys that I provided, asked of me from the township, that cost me $4,000, clearly stated on there, existing retaining wall. We had 3 meetings. We sat in there for hours staring at these. Each person had a copy in front of him. He went in front of a judge and said, "We didn't see it, Judge. We didn't see it." It took the judge 90 seconds to see it. So he's a liar. So he's a liar or he's a fucking incompetent. Either one. Either one. And I shouldn't have to pay for this. And it's all because these fucking cocksucker neighbors down there that care about what I do on my property.
Calm yourself. Oh, you don't get all worked up. It's not worth it.
I haven't committed a crime. And look, how many cops are here? For what?
Keep the peace, man.
But why are you guys here? Why is the law enforcement involved?
I just told you. We're here to keep the peace.
The judge ordered that we have to be here.
Listen to me.
I don't want to be here.
I'm letting you out here screaming because it's your property. I get you're upset. I get you're upset.
It's insulting that the officers are even here because this has nothing to do with the local police. Nothing. Zero.
We're
Why
here.
would the judge, that just shows bias against me. Why would a judge send police out here?
Because we're here to keep the peace. It has nothing to do with bias.
Do you do this? Have you done this before ever?
Yes.
Yeah.
You've gone to other people's property and done this before.
Property all the time.
And done this?
Yes.
And supervised the construction crew?
We went to a house where they knocked the house
we
down.
make sure that there's town employees on private property performing a function. Yes. So we're giving you the benefit that you're the property owner, and we're letting you out here
That's
screaming
not the
at
benefit, first of all. That's
No, it
that's
is
my
because-
right.
Because
that's
if I
my
wanted-
right.
I'm sorry to tell you.
It's not
If
your
I
right to
wanted
scream
to,
and yell.
I would
It's your
tell you
right
to
to be
go
out here.
inside.
But
If
this
I
is my
wanted
right.
to, I could tell you
Under
to go
what
inside.
legal authority are you going to tell me to
Under
go
legal
inside? I can't
authority
stand in my
of-
backyard.
Of the order.
Come on.
Of township
The
ordinance
order
to
has
create
nothing to do with my
disturbance.
standing on my backyard. I'm not disturbing any worker here. I haven't touched any one of these fucking guys.
Yelling. Stop
Nobody.
Yelling. Look,
So
Stop
you
yelling.
could stand here and you could scream all you want.
but you're better off not yelling because you get more
You're
without yelling.
accomplishing nothing. Your fence is down. They're stacking it over. So I get you're upset.
I'm upset even more so when you're telling me you could order me to go inside. That's the problem with this whole shit is that you guys think you could, not you, but whoever's involved thinks you could fucking order me beyond what's the law. What crime have I committed here?
None, but we don't want you to. That's why we're trying to keep you relaxed.
You're
What crime have I committed? Look, what crime have I committed? I did everything right. Put yourself in my shoes and ask yourselves, if you didn't have the means to bring it into compliance, you spent the money and did it exactly as you were instructed. Whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? He admitted in court. He made a mistake. So either he's a fucking moron or he's a fucking incompetent. Either or, one of the other. Either way, he has no fucking business being in that building department. None.
okay.
And he lied in court. God knows you lied. Trust me. Don't think that shit is for free. Don't think you could fucking lie and God doesn't know. You lied. You lied about the conversation you had with me, with my wife, and with the general contractor. Every one of us knows that.
Don't yell.
I have to yell because you can't hear me because you're not letting me get near the guy.
He's not going to respond back.
Then he's a fucking coward and he's
Okay,
afraid.
That's great.
You are afraid. That's why they're here. You're a fucking coward. That's why they're here.
Coward.
Yeah, that's why they're here.
You had
Oh,
every
yeah.
opportunity to fix it.
Tough guy in
You
front of
had
the
every
police officers.
opportunity to fix it.
Very tough guy. Yeah, were you willing to pay for it? Why didn't you negotiate and pay half at least? Be a fucking gentleman. You fucked up. I offered to pay half when I could. And what'd you do? You told me to go fuck myself. Right? Now you're a tough guy?
That's why we're here.
I guarantee you, if this fucker sees me in the street without you guys here, he's not gonna come up to me. I'm not making threats. He's not gonna come up to me and say, oh, yeah, yeah. None of that shit. Nothing. Zero. None of that. Not a fucking peep out of his mouth. I can't fucking believe this. At least these guys are gentlemen. Thank you guys for doing the right thing. These guys are fucking gentlemen. And every one of them, I guarantee you, agrees with me that I'm the one getting fucked over here and I became a victim of your bullshit. Thank you guys for doing this. I'm sorry you have to work under such a fucking coward. And I will call you a coward.
And he also mentioned South Orange Avenue. The tag he gave me is Sam 506 Yankee Delta.
Yes, sir.
He did it intentionally when it was
They
frozen.
drove him to the hospital.
Intentionally, you came when it was frozen so that you can destroy my stuff, other than allowing me to reuse it and remove it in the proper way. Is that right?
4 to 6 hours.
You had the court order since the summertime. You could have come on a nice warm day and we could have removed the posts and I could have, when I had the means to, fixed it and reused the material. Instead now it's all garbage. I have to buy every new post.
He was supposed to get surgery on him. And from, I believe, the antibiotics.
You could bang the concrete off, the posts.
Brain bleed.
You don't have to do that. You could have just pulled them out with the machine and I could have done that at a later date. I could have reused those posts. Now they're all trash. So they destroyed my material as well.
Guys, if you're done, let's go.
Fucking coward,
Yep. Sent
Marty.
in, I want to say last Monday?
Coward, motherfucker.
Oh, stop.
Monday or Tuesday.
Listen to me. I get you're pissed.
All right.
Stop cursing.
I'll be in about 10 minutes.
All
so
right?
If you need more, I got
Stop
more.
cursing. Call him whatever you want. Stop cursing. All right, ready?
I'll exit you guys out. I'm closing that gate.
Yep.
It's not against you.
That's all
Please,
right, man.
don't, it's not, I don't want it to seem misdirected towards any of the officers. It has nothing to do with you guys.
Musso had this house. I had wine up there once.
Like the Musso had it?
Yeah.
I could too.
This guy used to make wine.
I appreciate you not
Just
letting me lose my control. Thanks.
Yeah, you don't want to get yourself in any more trouble. Too bad it was in better circumstances.
I agree. You guys have shown me a lot of respect in the township, all the officers, so I have no grievance at all when it comes to that. So my apologies to you if I raise my
Nah,
voice.
bro.
It's not towards you.
It ain't no
Listen,
thing.
I was just saying, since I've resided in this township, Livingston police have shown me nothing but respect. I've never had any issue at all. And I acknowledge that. This is just something that, it's an injustice.
Yeah.
And some things are principled. Some things have nothing to do with money. And I executed every resource possible. I went to the courts, I went through the appeal process, and at the end of the day, I never lie.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, these guys lied in court. And it has nothing to do with you, but that's the case, and that's what it is.
All right, like I said, sorry
All
to
right.
meet you this way, but
I'll see you guys later.
care.
Fucking piece of shit. This fucking guys just fucking destroyed my property. bullshit fucking bureaucracy. Fuck out of here. Scumbag motherfuckers. I can't fucking believe this, guys. Fucking coward motherfucker. I had a permit for this. Spent $75,000 total on this fucking fence. They outlined exactly where it should go. I did exactly what the fuck they asked of me. And then they said they made a mistake. They acknowledged it in court. And who has to fucking pay for it? Me. I have to fucking pay. These cocksuckers. All over this retaining wall that they said they didn't see on the survey, which was clearly fucking written. It said existing retaining wall, and they said they didn't see it, and they issued me the permit. And look at this. Fucking cocksucker neighbors down here complained. Can't believe I have to deal with shit like this. Cost me $30,000 in legal fees trying to do the right thing and trying to fight this. And all these fucking judges and cocksucker prosecutors and townships are all in fucking cahoots with each other. This is what I get for doing things the right way. They fucking destroyed my fence. In their mistake, they want me to bring it in 8 feet from where it was and then plant trees along that whole entire fucking stretch on the other side for the neighbors. Imagine that. I'm done. I'm done with this shit.